My name is the famous French philosopher, writer, and generally naughty man, Voltaire. Today I present to you the opening scene from a miserable misremembering of my life's work, Candide, to make you think and stuff. Chapter 1. Once upon a philosophical debate, there was a castle in some far-off, forgotten place. Germany, I think. Could be wrong about that, but it's not worth the Google. In that castle, there lived Candide, who may or may not have been the king's son, or nephew, or something. It's very unclear. Candide was a good kid. A bit dim, but otherwise inoffensive.
I'm a metaphorical device used to point out the flaws and blind optimism within philosophical debate.
He meant well. Also living in the castle was the king, who there's no point getting attached to because he dies in the next scene. The queen, likewise. And Cunnygond, who we're pronouncing as so. The king and queen's daughter, aka the princess, aka this play's love interest and unfortunate plot device. Finally, also present in this uninspired locale, was Dr. Pangloss, a philosopher, lecturer, tutor, and reminder to readers that people with authority usually don't have a sodding clue what they're talking about, me included. This is blank, by the way. It's just a prop. I'm busking my way through this.
Now, settle down.
Dr. Pangloss, is it true that you're the smartest man in the kingdom?
Do you know anyone who is smarter?
No.
Then, therefore, I am. Discarded. And if you don't think so, you can piss off. Write that down. So, everything you say is true? Do you believe it to be? Well, I have no reason to doubt the wisdom of such a man as smart as Dr. Pangloss. Yes, your wisdom holds no bounds, even though we have no proof what you're saying is true, or plan to challenge it. Exactly. By the way, the earth is totally flat. Write that down. And Jamiroquai is the best.
Really?
Yes, don't question it. I've got a degree. Probably. Now, you must always remember, you are here for a reason. We can conclude that because we are here, we are the best things. Now, for instance, take this. Noses were made for glasses, so we have glasses. Legs were made for trousers, so we have trousers. And handmaidens were made for, well, handmaidening.
But Candide's devotion to Pangloss, the best and greatest and most awesome and wisest and most handsomest teacher in all the land, was only second to the devotion he had for Cunnygond.
Cunnygond?
Yes, Candide.
Firstly, am I pronouncing that right?
For the purposes of this, yes.
Oh, what I was going to say was, Cunnygond, despite you possibly being my sister, or cousin, or something, I have suddenly started to develop feelings for you.
What kind of feelings?
The kind I'm not allowed to say online.
Oh, Candide, I too am feeling those feelings which you feel.
Really?
Well, I hope they're the same.
Oh, well, I was wondering.
If you could marry me.
Well, I wasn't going to go straight to that, but I suppose this is the 18th century. Because really I was just merely more of a bunker.
Yes, of course I'll marry you, Candide.
Oh, righto.
Cunnygond was the fairest maiden in all the land, whatever that means. But it comes up a lot. Anyway, Cunnygond was the most beautiful maiden Candide had ever seen, as he hadn't actually seen many more, nor left the castle to look, nor downloaded Tinder, for it wouldn't exist for several centuries. But as she was the most beautiful maiden Candide had ever seen, this also meant she was the most beautiful maiden in the whole world.
That is 100% true. Write it down.
However, if you want to marry me,
I mean, I don't really. I just want to.
you'll have to ask my father, the king.
Really?
Yes,
And then we can.
yes.
Righto. Hello, King. Uncle. Someone. I was wondering if I could marry your daughter.
No.
Righto. He said no.
Well, shit.
The king's word is final, for he is the most kingliest of kings in the whole land, and also because he is the only king in the land. And if there were other kings, we don't know them soon. It's not our business. Write that down. It's your father. My father. Someone's father. Perhaps he's changed his mind.
He hadn't. He was enraged.
I am enraged. That little pervert asking to marry his sister, his cousin or something.
Well, in fairness, darling, I am your aunt.
Really? Is this the first time I'm hearing this?
No.
Oh. I don't know how to feel about this. Dr. Pangloss, how am I meant to feel about this?
I wouldn't worry about it, sire. Recent studies have shown that we need not consider anything the truth if it causes us some kind of offense. For instance, I wasn't caught with any of your handmaidens last week behind the bills doing extracurricular activities because that causes offense to my reputation and probably theirs.
Well, that makes sense.
Indeed, Candide had been sent packing by the king to go and do his packing and promptly leave the castle forever.
Forever? How long's that?
Not very long at all.
Oh, okay. Excellent. You must wait for me. I will find you. I will marry you.
Righto.
And remember, when you're traversing that flat earth, everything will be fine. Nothing will go wrong whatsoever. Nothing will hurt you, steal your money, your limbs, your llamas. No, trust me, you will be fine. I will be fine. She will be fine. We'll all be fine. Trust my word on that, because I've read some books. I've done some crash courses online, some yoga, and I didn't steal the title of doctor from a man I met in an alleyway. Trust me. Thank you, Dr. Pangloss, for your infinite wisdom. That will be 9 grand, please. Oh, right. I've only got a cheese sandwich and an open bar. Will that do? Yes, that's fine. No doubt that my life from now on will be easy and fun, and nothing will go wrong.
As I said, not the brightest, but he meant well.
Tally ho, and see you all in not very long at all.
And so began Candide's awful, awful life in the real world.
He's going to be fine, isn't he?
You can count on my bachelor's degree, the one that I definitely didn't find in a skip.
You lost yourself. You forced yourself. 'Cause you couldn't wait another hour.
Voltaire. 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 Oh, oh, you? No, I'm, I'm Voltaire.